What is up, everybody? We are here for the 4th race of the National Rock Racing Association. We're here at Rush Off-Road Park in Rush, Kentucky, presented by Mickey Thompson. This race is brought to you by Super Grip UTV Tires. We're so excited to have them on board this weekend. Again, they're the sponsor of this event. You can see that UTV step up right there. We have had a crazy day of racing so far.
You guys can see that it's a little wet and muddy out here. But before we get back into things, I do have a couple drivers that would like to just wave and say hello to everybody. This is
Yes.
a lot of our youth class back
youth class.
here. They are excited to be doing some racing of their own coming up shortly. So I wanted to give them a chance. Everybody wave and say hi. You guys are going to get to watch them race in just a little bit. But before we get to that, we are going to start with something a little different today here at Rush. Matt, what are we about to watch going out on the hills?
So they're called rail buggies, pipe buggies, doom buggies. Essentially, they're a rear mount engine, a manual transmission. They have cutter brakes, so you have a brake on each axle or a brake on each tire, rear tire. Then they have a stepper brake that they can step on for all brakes. Very lightweight in the front because it's a rear mount engine. Typically, they will carry the front wheels for a while. I think we have 10 of them. I think we had a list.
I think we've got 9.
9,
Yep.
okay. I got 9 of them. They drew order. We're actually going to watch them on the live feed as well, so they're going to do a little thing here. We're excited. So
you guys get a little bonus content today with the rail buggy. So I've got their names here. So you guys will get to watch that. I think we are pretty close to kicking that off. And since it looks like we've got a second, I wanted to go ahead and do a quick rundown from the Bouncer Hill 1. Let me pull that up real quick. I did post that, but I don't know if it went through, and I forgot to do that rundown before we finished last time. So I'm going to give that to you guys now. So this is for Course 1 for the Bouncer class. Tim Cameron had the fastest time of a 59, and then we had Cooper Bentley right there behind him with a 62, Clinton Garrison with a 67, Clayton Smith with a 68, and Brandon Davis with a 69. So those are your top 5 from Course 1 for the Bouncers. So for the order for our second half of the day, we're going to start with the rail buggies like we've mentioned. We're going to go to our youth class, and we're going to let them go ahead and run both of their courses back to back, and then we'll head into UTV Bounty and Bouncer courses 2.
Oh, yeah. Taylor's getting our Skinny Pedal Award for us.
And we've got one of these bad boys to give away today.
Again, shout out to Jonathan Shepard. He makes these.
Catch the light there. There we go.
It's just a massive,
Skinny Pedal Award.
massive charm for your necklace. Again, that's an award you're kind of happy to get, but you don't want to win one. They're like insurance or a winch. You don't want to use it, but you're glad to have it when it is there. So, huge shout out to Jonathan Shepard and Skinny Pedal Fabrication. Again, those guys crank out some crazy stuff.
And that one's going to be going to Nick Reich for his run at Hot Springs a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We gave one away to Brandon Davis yesterday for his run at Wildcat. So that brings us up currently for our Skinny Pedal Awards, and I've got a few nominations already noted for this weekend.
Had a few rollovers again.
We'll see what else we get today. Yeah. I think we're ready to go to the line and kick off some rail buggy racing now.
Lance Clayton, I think is the name I heard.
All right, we're getting ready to go with our first buggy class. This is Lance Clayton coming up.
All right, so in case you're just tuning in, you're getting a little bonus content today of the rail buggy race here for the Mickey Thompson NRRA number 4. We're in Rush, Kentucky, and we're about to see how the rail buggies handle these hills.
There we go. Come on.
Wow.
This is Lance Clayton.
Way up in the air.
You know, I don't know a ton about rail buggies. I've never really been into that side of the sport myself, but I do know that they could dominate on the hills back in the day, you know, prior to the UTV technology, the bouncers that we have these days. These things can surprise you with what they're able to do.
They are, again, very lightweight.
Two-wheel drive.
Yeah, rear mount. Yeah, definitely two-wheel drive. Rear mount engine. Oh, wow. That is way up in the air for these guys.
Yes, sir. Y'all give our first real buggy.
That was a 60.760 for Lance Clayton, our first rail buggy driver out on the course. And now we've got Daryl Jones in the starting line.
Jones, the man, the myth.
I like that color scheme, that blue and neon yellow.
All right, let's see what he's got. Big time.
Nice.
Swing around. Woo! Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Good, clean run. He is sliding, but he is controlling it. These guys been driving. Daryl's 64 years old, been doing this his whole life. Let's go, Daryl.
So I just heard Joey say that Daryl, racing right now, is 64 and been doing this his whole life.
Wow. There's a
And I think we can tell by the, oh no,
uh-oh.
by those very controlled slides he was making around the course.
I thought that may be a problem, but that was nothing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
With a 49.450. Gary Rose now in that race line starting gate.
The smoking run.
Again, that last buggy had some massive tires in the rear. Again, these are a rear mount engine. It's an independent rear suspension.
These guys, just so if you need to go back and watch it later, these guys are on the feed.
These are usually 1,600 cc's, 1,800 cc's, typically air cooled.
Jump up there.
Oh, they're saying Bill has one.
They're so good with control. It's crazy.
Wow, look at that thing just sling around the corner. Man, just bouncing down through there. Again, luckily those front tires kind of get in the ruts and kind of just keep you there, which is kind of you don't want to be sliding sideways on these hills. Again, checking way up before they drop off there. Oh, that has to hurt. 4.566 from Mr. Gary Rose.
Our only female competitor in the house.
All right, Rhonda Deaton on the line now. Sounds like she is our only lady driver in this rail buggy class.
Oh, Rhonda, let's see what we got.
We got Rhonda. Help me.
Let's go, Rhonda.
Again, you can see that pink helmet sticking out of the cab there. Whoa!
Oh, airing it out.
Wow. Man.
Oh, no, come on.
There we go. Seems like it
And
cut
she's
off for a second.
right back into it.
Give it up for the cow power.
Oh, right at the top. She got hung up.
Guys, back up. Y'all ain't supposed to be out here no ways. Get back behind that tape over there. In the camera shot. Get up this hill.
Oh, help for Rhonda.
Oh, man.
Rhonda is off in the weeds.
Again, typically these are an open differential, and that way you have trailing brakes, cutting brakes. That way they can grab one side and put traction to the side they need. Ooh, buddy.
All right, let's see if she can
Oh, looks like she
give this a second
broke
try.
some kind of tie rod or something on the front end.
I don't know. She's still in it.
I like
on,
it.
Rhonda.
Come on.
Ooh, she's getting rowdy.
That tree right there, you got it.
Turn around, come back again. We got this. Let's go. So just so y'all know, if you've never drove one of these, you don't have real brakes. You got what you call cutting brakes. Split side. So if you want to turn to the right, you grab the right pedal, turns you to the right.
Man, she is getting it.
Just like that right there. You don't have a whole lot of steering going on. It's all done with your feet. All right. trying to get it to lock up. Positive traction. We'll get going here in a second. Come on, Rhonda. Something ain't right with that tire over there. We got a little bit of braking.
Looks like that rear tire is almost locking up.
Just want to. We may need recovery. Let's see if we can get recovery out there.
It looks like she might have broke something. I think they're calling for recovery now. Keith Toolman's going to drive out there and see what's going on.
Oh, man. Well, man, Rhonda gave it a heck of a
She
shot
did.
on that hill.
And again,
she was doing everything she could.
Was getting to the top. We couldn't just getting them out there. Again, I made it to the top, just couldn't quite get hung up in some of that brush.
So for everybody that's tuning in at home right now, first of all, thanks for joining us on Hillside Live. Second of all, do any of you that are watching at home right now have any experience with rail buggies? Maybe you've driven or raced them before yourself? I think that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I like it. Got some recovery people out there.
My brother used to have Honda Odysseys.
Yes.
When he was,
that's like the old school side by side.
Early teens, maybe. And he would buy them off eBay, buy them and sell them and work on them. And, we'd play with them, drive them around. And it started out with like little go-karts. And then he got into the Honda Odysseys and stuff.
Which were very cool.
I had horses, so I didn't really drive the Odysseys and go-karts. I was out playing with my horses. But it's kind of reminding me, of that a little bit. This is the grown-up version.
It really is. This is like a two-seater Odyssey, basically. Yeah, that back tire still looks locked up. I'm not sure if she broke an axle shaft or something or what, but
luckily this mud is slick enough that it is not a problem to just drag it out of here right now.
Yeah, you hate to see that. But again, had a heck of a run going. Maybe a U-joint or something.
She's tougher than any of these guys in this class. All right. Now we got Terry Fryer sitting on the line. Terry Fryer.
All right, sounds like this is Terry Fryer on the line now.
He has a front-wheel drive system.
So far, our fastest time in this rail buggy class is Gary Rose with a 44.
I'm here to tell you, it is a beast. Terry Fryer's on the line. Here we go.
He is flying up there. This sounds like a little turbocharged.
This one looks a little more UTV style
it
to
does.
me.
It sounds like more like a Honda E-Tech, I think. More like a four-cylinder Honda. Wow, he is ripping through there. I know some of the Ecotech engines guys are swapping into, which is a Chevy or Saturn's motors they'll pull out of. And then there's a Honda four-cylinder engine they'll swap into as well. And, man, that thing was smooth coming off that jump.
We're going to see our new fastest time.
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah.
42.370. And, yes, that is our new leader.
Yeah, he was flying through there. Again, I'm going to say that's at least a four-cylinder engine. Again, the Ecotech, I know a lot of guys swap in those.
We got a few more contestants in our buggy class.
So our race line starting gate has collapsed. There's so much mud out here today. It's just getting roosted every time the drivers take off, especially the bouncers. So it gets so heavy that it sometimes will take it down like that. So we'll get that put back up. And we've got, it looks like 4 more drivers for the rail buggy class.
It looks like we got 4 more lined up there, and then right behind them, all very kindly lined up, patiently waiting, is our youth class.
So we are going to go right into our youth class after our rail class is over. We're going to let our youth go ahead and run both of their courses back to back, and then we'll be into UTV Bounty Course 2, and then the Bouncers Course 2 will wrap up our weekend of racing for us.
For the UTV racing, the Bounty class, and then it'll be Bouncers.
Taylor, can you get this?
Doug on that tank a little bit, made it a little more difficult for the UTV guys. They're going to have to work for it a little bit harder.
It's definitely getting a little more sunny outside.
Yeah, look at that. We had a total downpour this morning, and then we've actually got some sunshine.
Yes. See if...
The weather doesn't seem to really know what it wants to do today, but that's all right.
It looks like in about 20 more minutes. It looks like it's going to kick back up again, so we'll... Oh, okay.
It looks like it might be the either the extension cord or generator or something else instead of the mud. It's always one of those two options.
It is.
When the starting gate goes down. Either way, it's because of the mud and the water.
Yes. As of now, they're saying at 1 o'clock, it's 12:57 here in Eastern Time. At 1 o'clock, we're 100% rain. So
I don't believe it.
We may see some more rain.
I don't believe
again.
it.
Weather,
it's literally sunny right now.
Yeah, it really is. It's like 65 and sunny like this, and it could get very tacky this afternoon if it stays sunny.
It'll dry out quick up here. You know, one of the big differences between this and like Windrock, because we also had major mud at Windrock for our season opener. The mud at Windrock was like halfway up your calf.
It was
deep, deep mud. There's no way that could dry out, in one day of racing. But out here, it's really not that deep.
Yeah,
so,
and again, like I said, we've seen it. The sun is out super bright now. Again, you can see it. I mean, nice 65 sunny type weather. It doesn't even appear that we had torrential downpour this morning. So hopefully it will stay dry and clean, get kind of tacky, and then we'll see some really quick times. We did get some modifications to the hill behind us because the side-by-sides were jumping it. So Clyde said, I'll fix that. So we'll see we'll see what their plan is this afternoon.
Slow those guys down a little bit.
Again, the UTV Bounty Series guys, again, I always got to give massive props to just because they do the same course the Bouncers do. We have another hill we're going to be climbing this afternoon that's so gnarly, and at the very, very top where you need the most momentum possible, it's about an 8-foot section of just, rock ledge. So I was talking with Clyde on Thursday night at dinner, and I was asking what the courses were like, kind of chatting, and he said, I think I'll see 50 to 60% of drivers finish on the second course. So I don't know. Again, I think that was also anticipating all the rain and stuff, so it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds, and it'll be very interesting to see how some of the Bouncers handle it. I know we've had a couple guys roll over this morning. A couple guys broke some stuff. I went and found the belt. Actually, Jack Porter found the belt, and they moved it over and set it on a tire. So I went over and washed it off in a puddle. We had a rip part of it, so we actually ripped part of the belt. So now we're down to like a 4-rib or 5-rib belt. Put it back on there, and she fired back up. So
there you go.
We'll come out and do a little playing this afternoon, but. Yes, definitely very, very mucky now. So, all right, we're going to go back to the line now.
We got that race line starting gate back up.
All right.
Standing tall once again.
Got Matt Northern coming to the starting line here. Again, you can definitely tell the difference in chassis here. And the guys that are running more of a true Volkswagen engine, you can definitely tell the oh no. Oh, man. With these guys, apparently if you hit a flag, it's a DQ.
Oh, man.
That stinks.
Ooh, that's tough.
Unfortunate run for Matt, but he'll have a second pass.
Next.
All right. Again, I see quite a few, but I see a couple buggies still back there.
All right, we're going to get that flag put back up again on our Super Grip step up. And it looks like we've got Scott Smith on the line.
The final 3 passes of round 1 are up right now. Scott Smith, let's see what you got.
these guys are going to be running a second course later today. It'll be after we're done for the day. We won't be live for that one, so hope you guys are enjoying this bonus content right now of the rail buggy class.
Out there working hard on the hillside.
We've got 3 more drivers, and then we'll be heading into our UTV youth class,
which we're excited about. Again, those guys always do an awesome job, a lot of fun.
Kids, go to your buggies.
All right, I hear our kids getting called to the buggies.
Just a couple of minutes. All kids, go get ready for the buggy and staging.
Are you cheering? Get up, get your race suit on, and get ready.
I can't wait to see all these kids grow up. We have a whole new generation of a bunch of female racers. Right now, they're a little bit scarce, but this kids class has got a lot of them. It's exciting to watch them grow.
All right, clock is hot.
There you go. That was smooth. Woo, that thing's healthy.
He's flying.
That thing right there is getting it, son.
Yeah, these guys are just slinging around some of these corners out there. Gonna have a lot of fun. I love that color. There's a great drone shot. These guys are jumping through there. Again, they're definitely checking way up for these tires.
Uh-oh.
Is he okay?
Oh, man. Not at the finish line yet.
Looks like he's trying to get something accomplished there.
Make sure he's all right, guys.
Oh, man. I feel like that's the national sign for it's broken, is like just throwing your hands up like, dang it.
Steering wheel may come clean out of the vehicle. I don't know. I thought it was on his left-hand side. All right, two-man.
I thought that was reserved for Wade Good to throw into the steering wheel, but evidently anybody can do it.
He okay? Thumbs up over there? He found the steering wheel. That's unfortunate right there. He had a great time going.
Man, oh, looks like he got to fire it back up again.
Y'all give him a round of applause. A little bad luck right there, but he was getting down, I can assure you.
Dang it. Again, watching these guys come out and play, it's a lot of fun. I hate to see him not get a finish out of it.
Randy Atkins sitting on the line. Randy Atkins. So final 2 passes right here. It's on Clyde.
Randy Atkins.
All right, this is Randy Adkins taking off the line here.
Oh, man. Another flag DQ, it sounds like. Either he doesn't know or he doesn't care, though, so he's still going for it.
You know what, Bree? I'm going to say a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, you know?
Yeah, could be.
You know.
I don't blame him for wanting to at least get to do the course.
Again, trying to keep those tires in that rut so that way they're going straight down. Again, you do not want to get sideways on these hills coming down. Luckily, these guys do sit really low to the ground, so that kind of helps them. That definitely also does not sound like a Volkswagen engine. That's.
There we go. Mike Robinson sitting on the line. Final competitor for this round.
All right, this is Mike Robinson on the line, and I do believe that he is going to wrap up this course 1 for the rail buggies.
Again, some of these guys you can tell have quite a bit of tubing in there. And that, again, looking at his shocks, it looks like he has a pretty monster shock on the back of there. Definitely having a lot of fun. You can tell these guys definitely put a lot of work into it. And it's really neat to see the different designs, kind of like rock bouncers, of how the chassis are designed. And he also has a monster rear tire on the back of there.
He spit that thing out like it was chewing gum.
I mean, Matt Holt drove over it on purpose. Everybody else thinks they can too.
Yeah, it's not anybody else's birthday. It's only Matt Holt's birthday.
Yeah, it's your birthday. You're special.
I tell you, Zach is ornery.
Stefan's special.
I think Knox is going to get ornery if he's got to go up there and put that flag up one more time.
Yeah. Again, the side by the two buggies were definitely hooking that corner pretty hard, but the first couple launched straight out the top. I mean, we even had one completely clear the ground. Kind of reminded Charles Chris yesterday, launching completely off the ground.
Hey, Mr. Robinson, it's your turn. Come on, Big Mike.
Let's go, Mike. Dirty Mike and the boys.
Here we go with Mike
Here we go.
Robinson. Boy, that is a big tire on the back.
Yes. That definitely sounds a little meatier than some of the other two buggies we've seen run.
Yes, sir. Hey, follow. Dirty Mike and the boys, let's do it.
And these guys are just flying through this course. Woo!
This could be the new fastest time. Time to beat's a 42.
Wow. It's just ripping through that. 42.468.
Oh, man.
Is that our new leader?
No, Terry
Ooh.
Fryer had a 42.3.
Oh, man.
Mike
so
Robinson
close.
just laid down a 42.4.
So close.
That's about as close as you can possibly get.
It really is. Looking like some of our side-by-side times yesterday. Bree was reading them off, sounded like she was counting. She's like 42, 43, 44.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had 247s. It was pretty impressive yesterday. Again, watching those UTV times, they were absolutely so close. It was I don't think you can get much closer to that. So, again, we appreciate all the guys coming out and doing their Doom Buggy. It was a lot of fun to watch those guys. Well, we got our youth class coming up now. I know they're getting ready. They're all getting lined up over there. So, be a lot of fun. We're going to cut to commercial quick, and we'll be right back with some racing action here on Rock Racing TV.
So we have 3 different beadlock wheels that most of our guys use. We have the teardrop, we have the twisted, and then we have the twisted black. So we have a machine version of the twisted, then we have the black. We have these in 14 and 15 inch, all 4 lug. But we'll be coming out with, in addition to some of the tires I was talking about earlier that we're coming out with, we're going to have a new line of wheels come out. Some of those will be 5 lug to keep up with some of the new manufacturing that's happening in the UTV world. But the beadlock wheels that we're selling right now, Rock Life and those guys carry these as well. So right now we're having some specials on them. So I'd recommend if you need a set of beadlocks, you're not going to find any cheaper than those.
All right, and we are back. Again, we're getting ready to kick off our youth section. This will be their first and second course of the day. They're going to do them back-to-back again. We were asking if they were going to hit the jumps too, and they're like, yeah, we're going to hit some jumps. I mean, not the big ones, obviously, but they are going to hit some jumps, Justin said. They were carting their course out when we were waiting on the Doombags kickoff, so.
Oh, they're ready. Hopefully you guys saw us right when we came back from break. We had most of the youth class up here behind us. They love seeing themselves up here on camera. They wanted to come wave and say hi to everybody, so that's always fun to have them join us. Most of them I'm going to say all of them. You know, we got
Oh,
some big personalities in the youth class, and they have a fun time out here. Hunter Vargo on the course now, starting things off for us.
And he's coming out with a vengeance. Go, Hunter. Go, Hunter. This is a lot of fun. You're watching these kids compete against each other. They basically got the same buggies, whatever tire setup they decide to go with, or their parents for that matter. And it's basically.
Do we have any family, maybe some grandparents watching at home, cheering on any of our young drivers today? As always, make sure you guys are watching here on Rock Racing TV if you're on Facebook, so that we can see your comments and answer your questions, hang out with everybody. If you prefer YouTube, you can head to the Rock Racing TV YouTube channel and support us there. What's up, Savannah? Hunter's so fast, he's running right out of the camera frame here.
Didn't we get a T-shirt from him this weekend?
We did, yeah. Nice blue ones.
Came out with some new merch. It's always great to see our youth drivers have their own merch. It's so cool. Again, at their age, I was like eating sand in a sandbox. They're like, yeah, I got my own merch line. It's pretty cool. You know. I think
no tires for them. 82.177 for Hunter Vargo, our first youth driver out on the course for round one. And then we are going to let them run round two right as soon as we are finished here. So they can go ahead and do both of theirs back-to-back and have their day of racing over with. Get back to playing in the mud.
Yeah.
As they were. I saw more than one mud pie being made out here.
I can
They're
imagine.
all running around in their little fire suits. Looks like Dallas Heckley on the line now. We've got Carolyn saying, good luck to Blake and Dallas from Great-Grandpa Larry and Great-Grandma Carolyn.
Oh, that's neat.
Mimi and Sissy watching Rowdy Boy Racing from home this weekend.
Normally we'll ask where everybody's tuning in from. Today it's like, is it raining where you're at?
Yeah.
Is it raining? How hard is it raining? Is it like more of just a sprinkle, or is it more of a cat and dog type situation?
Send us some sunny thoughts.
Yes.
All right, Dallas Heckley on the course. Dallas finished third place in Hot Springs a couple weeks ago. We've got a nice long course for the youth class lined out here today. You know, a lot of times it depends on the depth of the mud,
yeah,
and the size of the rocks.
It really does.
Where we are racing that weekend. So that definitely came into play with the mud at Windrock for our season opener. The rocks can be an issue at some places like Good Evening Ranch in West Virginia. So we've got Justin Hoback and a lot of the other parents and helpers making sure we can make the best course possible for all these kiddos so they can have a fun time and get to do some driving while they're out here.
At Windrock, I literally saw a dad, one of the youth racers get stuck. A dad walked behind him, grabbed the cage, and just walked as he pushed the buggy to the finish line.
Yeah, these things are two-wheel drive, by the way, so hence why the mud comes into play.
Yeah. You can hear it squishing out there around as they're like driving by us. It's sunny here in Christina, Texas.
That's an 84.786.
84.786 for Dallas Heckley.
And it looks like Peggy's actually in Christiana, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee,
and I know where that is. Not too far from me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Near the old Murfreesboro. How far are you from Nashville?
About 45 minutes
Okay, that's not bad.
to the east side.
Yeah. It's not bad. So you can go there and have some fun festivities for the evening.
I could, except dealing with the traffic.
Oh, yeah.
We have one of the worst. This is Collier Hoback going out there. We have one of the worst ranked commutes on I-24 in the country.
Nice.
I read. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's how much the traffic sucks around
Good
Nashville.
times.
Collier Hoback doing his thing out on the course.
Again, they came out with some new stickers. The Collier Hoback came out. The whole Hoback team, race team, had some orange and pink stickers made up. They came and gave me some a few weeks ago. They came up and each handed me their own sticker. They were very proud of them.
Oh, Clara, his big sister Clara, I travel with the Hobacks often, and then I stay with them in their RV. They're kind enough to host me in there on our race weekends, and Clara was excited to point out the Hoback Racing front bumper, like vanity plate that they have on the RV. And they're getting some new shirts made up. So Clara and Collier have a little track in their yard at home so they can chase each other around and practice. And I've heard some stories. They get rowdy out there.
And I feel like with siblings, you always go.
They go even harder.
Yeah,
I know. I've heard Haley has said that Collier does not ease to a stop when he's ready to stop. He just slams those brakes. And he's like, we're stopping now.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that Clara has often run into the back of Collier when they're chasing each other around practicing.
Yes.
When he's ready to stop, he just
it's a hard stop.
Slam those brakes. 92.042 for Collier Hoback. And we got Clara on the line right behind him there. Clara is ready to put those super grip tires to work out here this weekend. She gonna need every bit of grip she can get out here with this mud.
I love watching her use class. It's so much fun.
In the pink buggy, there is a cute buggy. Oh my gosh.
Got that pink wrap looking good.
That was pretty good right there.
So I mentioned a little before, but it's such a cute story. I have mentioned it previously this season, but Clara raced for a kitten. I don't think she's picked out the kitten yet, but once she got her first place win, then she got to get a kitten. So,
which is awesome.
She's got her heart set on a specific kind of kitten, so I don't think she's picked it out yet. She's got the name already and everything, though. I think currently she's racing for some Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay.
Cracker Barrel dinner.
We'll have to ask her what her favorite meal is at Cracker Barrel.
You got to make it fun. Throw a little incentive in there, you know? Cracker Barrel and kittens.
Yeah.
I know some of the kids get to pick out, like stop at a gas station on the way home and pick out a treat.
Yeah.
Like that's what some of the parents do. I think that's fun. I remember after my soccer games, I used to always go get a milkshake.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
78.035 for Clara Hoback.
And that is our new leader, Clara Hoback with a 78, followed by Hunter Varga with an 82, Dallas Heckley with an 84, and Collier Hoback with a 92.
That's pretty good, I think.
We've got Lacey Thomas, I believe, on the line now. All right. Here we go, Lacey.
Got the little pink wheels.
There you go. Get a little airtime there. Again, right now the rain is holding off. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
Oh, she went a little wide down there at the end.
Got some dads down there helping you turn around.
She's a little kid.
Now, we talked yesterday about how if somebody puts their hands on your vehicle and assists you, that's considered, a DNF if you need that assistance when you're out on the hill. In any of our other classes, that's true. Not in the youth class. Because sometimes these guys just need a little hand.
Little help.
They need a little help to get out of the sticky situation with those tiny tires and two-wheel drive.
They really do. Again, it's sometimes they're get a little lost, but it's good times.
All right, girl. Let's go. You're doing great. You're doing good.
Come on, Lacey.
Turn it.
Oh.
You got it. Go.
She's ready to roll on that thing. Got that fire extinguisher.
She is.
She's got some mirrors, some side mirrors. Like those pink wheels. Matt, you probably like that turquoise.
I love it. I was eyeballing it when I was walking in this morning.
Stay in it. You got it. Perfect.
Much better. Look at that.
See the improvement?
Much better on there.
We're literally watching the growth of our children.
We've got James tuning in to cheer on Ramsey Trainer, the rowdy boy himself. It's always fun to see who's watching online, all the family that's cheering on the youth drivers. $131.657 for Lacey Thomas.
131.657. Not too shabby. Good job, girl. You had one hang-up. Totally redeemed yourself on round 2.
Kinley Havens now on the line. And she's off.
Again, like the white and purple, looks pretty sharp.
All right, that's Kinley Havens.
Flying up to that turn. Got to whip it around a little bit there. Again, you can kind of do that a little bit easier than since they are just two-wheel drive.
I'm waiting on somebody to do like a Mario Kart looking wrap.
Yes.
One of these days.
I would love that. Different colored rims and everything.
There you go. Coming in there slideways.
Drop banana peels on the course.
I could believe that. There you go. Again, flying into that corner.
Come on, Kinley. She's
go,
in that
go.
SCS final stretch and through the finish line. Let's see if we can get that time for Kinley. 78.224. That is second place right behind Clara Hoback, who had a 78.035. Even our youth class is keeping the racing.
That's awesome.
Super tight out here.
Let's go, Sadie Ellison.
Like, can't get the pickle jar lid open tight.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
That's how tight the racing is. Sadie Ellison on the course now.
Again, a lot of the youth rigs are so close together in horsepower it really is a pretty much a fair fight for all the guys and gals coming up into the youth class. So, again, we love seeing those out there sending it with all they got.
All right, there goes Sadie through the finish line.
That was an 83.459 for Sadie Ellison. Again, you can see all of our youth drivers there lined up, raring to go. We're about halfway down. We're about halfway done with round one, and then after this, we're going to jump right into round two for the UTV youth class.
Here we go with Ramsey Trainer. Mr. Rowdy Boy Racing.
Yes, he has some excellent merch. He has a picture of himself holding a first-place trophy on the back of his shirt. I'm like, that is pretty stinking cool.
Hey, you might as well commemorate it while you can.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Definitely a fun memory. I'm sure we'll see him probably doing it again in the future, though.
I'm sure.
Ramsey is third in points coming into this weekend behind Ava and Clara.
And he broke a trailing arm at the last race. Called Hunter Vargo and was like, Hunter, can you bring me some parts? He's like, yeah. So just like big drivers, you have to call friends sometimes and get parts.
That's right.
So,
and he swung a little wide on that turn there.
Yeah. You saw 3 or 4 dads all yelling, whoa, whoa, whoa. They didn't want to like neutral drop. Neutral drop it at about 3,000 RPMs. Little wide. You see the little steering wheel with the hands moving back and forth.
All right, go, go, go.
Definitely try to be a little wheel man in there.
$95.052 for Ramsey. Looks like Blake Heckley on the line now. I believe we should have about 4 drivers left for round 1. And then we'll head on into round 2. Run it back.
Belake Heckley.
He is flying. Oh, sorry, Blake. Yeah, Blake, she is flying. Make quick work of that turn, too. Again, she is definitely one of our sassiest drivers.
Oh, yeah. She's got personality in spades.
Yes. Jack out there helping guide him around. Go, Blake!
She's so little.
It's so funny. Again, we have all the dads out there on the course just cheering all of the racers on.
Look at that little bobblehead in there.
It really does look like a bobblehead. Just the helmet just bouncing around in there.
Straight on to the finish line. Hammer down, Blake.
91.013 for Miss Blake Heckley.
91.013.
Again, you can see the youth class lined up there, bouncers behind them. We have a packed-out driver section.
Next up, Nathan Ellison.
Nathan Ellison on the line now.
Oh, get a little airtime hitting that jump.
All right, Nathan, you're going to have to do better than an 83 in order to beat Sadie Ellison. I'm assuming this might be a brother-sister duo.
And it's so funny, again, like the Hobacks. You will race hard, but nobody races as hard as a sibling racing against you. I know me and my brother will definitely, if we know our sibling is in the mix, we'll definitely push maybe just a tad harder because we have to. Me and my brother, never been beat. I had to beat him. I couldn't let him beat me. That's like
83.710. Sadie had an 83.4. Wow.
The Gomez brothers were laughing about. They bring the King staff to staff meetings at their business. And be like, just put it down. Be like, oh, yeah, we can start the meeting now. The King is here. I'm like, wow. So it was very funny. I said, I understand that 100%. Hunter Vargo coming off the line. I'm sorry, Ava Garner. I love her stickers. What are her stickers? What's her stickers this time?
It's Star Wars themed because today is May 4th.
I love it.
May the 4th be with you.
I love that she rewraps that by hand every single time.
Yeah, you can see on her cage there. It's duct tape that she gets patterns in, and she showed me her list yesterday. She customizes the duct tape wrap for every park that we go to. Depending on, whatever the theme is, that matches, the park or the event that we're going to be at. So it's Star Wars this weekend for May 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
I love that. That's such a great theme. And again, cool Star Wars duct tape. Kind of a shiny, has multiple colors in there.
Kind of chrome.
I'll say it looks like a little teal chrome there. Plus there's some other fun colors. So.
And she painstakingly does this piece by piece. It's not actually like wrapped on there continuously. She measures it all out and lines the patterns up the way that she wants them just right and does it piece by piece and then peels it all off and gets that ready for the next one.
That's incredible.
So let's see. She said she did some bees and butterflies or flowers, I think, for the last race. Hot springs.
Okay,
so a spring
yep.
theme. She's done American flags. I'm trying to remember what else she did. She did a cheetah print for Wildcat.
I love it. I love it. Wildcat and a cheetah.
90.403 for Ava Garner. So she's definitely been very creative with that. We'll see what she comes up with for the rest of the season. Lainey Feltner is going to wrap up round 1 for the UTV youth class. So far, our fastest time is Clara Hoback with a 78.0, followed closely by Kinley Havens with a 78.2. And we've got Frank checking in on the live feed, cheering on Lainey from home. Whoa, bring it around, Lainey. There you go.
Again, those rear tires just spinning out a little bit there.
There's a great shot of the full course there that the kiddos are running.
All right. See what that time's going to be. 9:1.038 for Laney Feltner. All right, that ends course 1 for there, and they're going to turn around and go right back into it with course 2. Sounds like Hunter Vargo kicking off our starting line.
I'll give you guys a quick top 5 rundown from round 1 for the kiddos. Claire Hoback had the fastest time, followed by Kenley Havens, Hunter Vargo, Sadie Ellison, and Nathan Ellison. And Hunter Vargo is making his way around for course 2 right now.
Look how muddy those buggies are becoming. It's like, yeah, you got to wash that when you get home.
I wonder if the kids are learning that pressure washing is part of racing.
Yeah.
That's an 85.987.
85.987 for Hunter Vargo.
Got Ramsey Trainer sitting on the line.
Ramsey Trainer.
Come on, rowdy boy.
Again, we're at 140, and I see some big dark clouds over there, but hopefully they're headed the opposite direction. Hopefully they'll keep on going past us. Again, we don't mind a little rain every now and again because that knocks the dust down, but poor Jay Storrs, it was pouring buckets on him when he was up on top of that hill. And Jack. It went from sprinkle to rain with Jack, and then from Jack to Jay, it went from like rain to buckets. Oh. And then as soon as they got stuck, we had to stop. It stopped. It was quite comical. Again, making that second lap around there, swinging that rear end around, Mr. Ramsey Trainer. Got that Rowdy Boy Racing team.
What'd we get for Ramsey?
86.491 for Mr. Ramsey Trainer, that Rowdy Boy Racing team. You can see Timmy and Brandon down there just staring at it, talking about it. Brandon, just what are you thinking? Brandon's like, look how muddy it is. He's like, it's so dirty.
Nathan Ellison out on the course now.
Bouncing through that starting gate. There we go, airing it out a little bit. Again, some of those kids are hitting those jumps a little harder. Again, I'm interested to see how many have faster times on the second course than they did the first course.
Well, Ramsey Trainer just improved his time by about 9 seconds. which is pretty good on this
That's really
course.
good, yeah.
All right, Nathan, final stretch.
Again, they're kind of wide open throttle, so it has more of a monotone, like "Meh," as it's going by you.
That's an 81.463.
81.463. That's also an improvement from his first time. Blake Heckley now on the line.
Blake Heckley.
The Heckleys have bring their own cheering section with them, pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole tent full of them over there.
Yeah.
They know how to tailgate out here, too. They got the whole crock pot full of some pulled pork over there, making sandwiches for lunch.
Yeah.
They don't play around.
They don't.
Ain't their first race.
Yeah. Crock pot's where it's at. Daniel's over there like, hey!
Come on, Blake. There she goes.
That's a
94.530 for Blake
Next up,
Heckley.
Ava Garner.
Ava Garner on the line now.
I'm going to have to go look at that tape when we're done racing today. Check it out.
Ava told me that for her birthday, she got a new race suit
Oh. I was.
and some new wrist restraints.
Yeah, those are definitely awesome, good things. I noticed that everybody pretty much had the same style of race suit when we had all our youth drivers up here this morning, kicking off our second live show of the day. They all pretty much had the exact same race suit. It's kind of cool to see.
Oh, and a little bit of a backup
Yeah.
there for Ava.
What are you thinking about?
How to fix this?
Yeah. Kid, it's always interesting to see the approach in that corner. Some of them real wide, some of them made a little tighter. You can see the big tires piled up. They have tires piled up to the bottom. That way, if somebody comes down the hill fast, they can hit the tires. Then they have a 60-foot or 80-foot. I can't remember exactly. They actually measured it out, put the tires, and then that's between them and the crowd for safety purposes. So we appreciate that. And then we have some buggies parked there as well.
All right, Ava. That was a 100.835 for the manager. Lainey Feltner on the line now.
Next up, Lainey Feltner.
That is a very, very pink cage. She must get the paint at the same place Madison King gets her paint from. That and Josh Krapinski. Got that neon pink in there.
Slinging around the corner. If you guys are just joining us, we are on round 2 for our UTV youth class. We're about halfway through. After this, we'll go into round 2 for the UTV bounty class, and then we will have round 2 for the bouncers. .192 for Lainey Feltner. Dallas Heckley on the line now. Our fastest time currently for course 2 of the youth class is Nathan Ellison with an 81.4.
All right, we got another Heckley racer, Delise.
Yeah, I don't think that's a youth driver. I think that's definitely one of the bouncers getting fired up and getting ready. Yeah, we went from like the casual hum of a side-by-side youth class to the building shaking or the broadcasting booth shaking. You could definitely find, and I think it was Brandon Davis who's sitting right on the other side of the broadcasting booth here. You can always smell the waft of the race fuel as well, so you can tell when those guys start getting rumbling. Look at Dallas whipping around there. Oh, no.
Oh, no. A little too wide. There you go.
Daniel's down here. Go! Again, it's great to watch all our youth kids having a good time. Again, Dallas, one of our more ornery youth drivers. I'm sure she gets it honest, though.
That's a
95.586 from Miss Dallas Heckley. Give me love all our youth races. Again, it's so much fun to watch them coming out and having a good time and just really just enjoying themselves. Clara Holback coming off the line there. Again, you can see absolutely how muddy these vehicles are becoming. Again, as Bree was talking about earlier, Clara won a kitten earlier this year, so she's pretty excited. Now she's competing for her family to go to Cracker Barrel. Come on, Claire. Getting that whole Hoback racing team does a great job of coming out and supporting the sport. Her dad, Justin, races in our VIN class, as well as they do a ton of – he's out there right now. He basically runs the entire youth program, as well as he's out there running starting gates and different stuff. Does a great job, and we appreciate all they do and all the hard work they put in. Getting Claire out there, just sending it, having a good time. See what her time's going to be. 80.011 for Miss Clara Holback.
Really fast time, Clara Holback. Lacey Feltner, next contestant. Oh, Lacey Thomas. I'm sorry, all these kids start to look alike.
Again, I do like that teal cage. That's pretty cool. And it's got kind of white panels, so I appreciate that. Again, this is Lacey Thomas. Timmy's out there walking the course, checking it out. Yeah, it's true. You can see how big that fire. It's actually a very tiny fire extinguisher. It just looks so big because it's on a youth cage. But again, we have our youth class. Getting a little squirrely there. Again, our youth class also follows a lot of the same safety rules as the big vehicles. Again, which is great because there is a little bit of risk there, but it also trains them that safety is important. I can still hear my dad and his buddy Terry Martin yelling at me, "Make sure you put safety glasses on. God only gives you two eyeballs. Make sure you take care of them."
This is true.
So, again, we use a lot of grinders and welders in the shop and hammers. So it's always good to make sure you have your correct protective equipment on. Again, Jack Porter out there. I see Brandon Davis helping him get them all cheered along. Bub Meadows with Addictive Photography out there. He is our officially licensed photographer for the National Rock Racing Association this season. We appreciate him out there doing all his hard work.
And that's a 93.098 for Lacey Thomas.
93.098. 93.098.
Current fastest time on course 2 for the youth class is Clara Hoback with an 80.0. Clara also had the fastest time on course 1. So we'll see if Kinley Havens, who's out on the course right now, and Sadie Ellison, who will be wrapping things up after her, can change things up at all. See how it shakes out. We also have Collier Hoback still to make his second run.
It is getting very dark over there, and it's starting to sprinkle. So we may be running a very wet afternoon as well. Again, we'll know here shortly.
We're used to it at this point.
We really are, especially this season. It's so funny, Jack's buggy, the Venom buggy, sitting behind us. It's so funny to see how clean the top part of the cage is.
Kinley had a little trouble making that turn, but she's squared away now.
We've seen on the second course, we've seen several of these UTVs have to back up in the youth class. I think it was just because they finally all got their tires nice and slick and coming around that corner, they're a little more confident on that second course.
Survey says 90.661.
90.661.
Looks like Sadie Ellison pulling up for the line.
All right, Sadie Ellison's in that race line starting gate now. And then we've got Collier Hoback behind her. These guys are going to wrap up the racing for our youth class today.
Again, they are covered in mud by this point. And you know they're having an absolute blast day as well. Again, our RCV flag out there in the middle of the course. So many guys were whipping around it today. Literally, it's covered in mud and sank all the way down to flat. It's Clyde anticipated that today. He mentioned that driver's meeting. He's like, the RCV flag, don't hit it. He goes, but if it gets muddy, we'll wash it off or wipe it off.
That thing's just camouflaged out there.
It
now.
really is. So it is in the middle of the course. It's marking some stuff, so that way it keeps drivers away kind of from the spectator area as well as helps keep guys a little bit safer. So. Yes, the flag is definitely not holding up as well as my RCV warranty, lifetime warranty axles hold up.
That's 83.827.
83.827 for Miss Sadie Ellison.
So we have a ton of guys running the RCV axles. I know a lot of them run the Big Bell stuff, the 40 spline.
All right, next up, we got Collier Hoback. Come on, baby, let's go.
All right, Collier Hoback.
Let's go.
And he'll be our last driver of our UTV youth class.
Collier's out running the cameras.
Justin, they're going, come on, let's go.
Come on, Collier. Straight on to the finish line.
Go on, boy. Go, 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 go.
All right. Yeah, again, that was wrapping up our UTV youth course. We're going to get Bree, give her a second here to get all her times added up. Again, they ran course 1 and course 2, so this will be the leaderboard for top 5 for course 2. Again, we'll be doing awards right after the bouncers run today. So that was our UTV youth class. Bouncers, you can hear them getting fired up behind us, getting ready. I know a lot of them are out there walking the course, just seeing how it's changed, what it's going to happen. Again, we got some dark clouds getting ready to roll in, so they're going to hopefully knock it out before those clouds come in.
All right, let me give you that top 5 rundown from round 2 for the youth class real quick. And it was Clara Hoback with the fastest time of an 80, followed by Nathan Ellison with an 81, Sadie Ellison with an 83, Hunter Vargo with an 85, and Kenley Havens with a 90. So that does wrap up our youth class. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with more of that UTV Bounty racing action for round 2.
All right, so this is our XT tire, and this is the 35 10 15. This is the biggest tire that we make for a UTV, and this is the road compound. We have 2 different compounds. As you can see, it's kind of hard to squeeze these together. This is going to last you a lot longer if you're just doing trail riding on asphalt to get to the trails. If you're trailering and you're only going to be on trails, then I would recommend our trail compound. And it's much softer. You grip and grab those rocks really well. That's what the majority of our drivers that we sponsor use, the XC trail compound. But we also have our AMP tire. And this is a 6-ply tire. The XC is an 8-ply. It's got really tough sidewalls. And in fact, one of our drivers took first place in the Bounty Series last race in Hot Springs with this tire. So those are the two main tires that all racers use. And you can get any of these tires and the wheels that they're mounted on through Rock Life as well.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time. Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, guys, welcome back for the Mickey Thompson NRRA Round 4 here at Rush, Kentucky. This weekend is presented by Super Grip, and we are ready to roll into Course 2 for our UTV Bounty class.
Again, I'm super excited. We got the Bounty guys kicking off first. They got about a half dozen of those, and then bouncers. And again, I'm very excited. Clyde kind of modified the course, dug it out. Again, a lot of those guys you saw were coming down, whipping a donut, and then shooting back up and actually leaping that big ledge. Again, yesterday we called it our Spider Off-Road staircase. Now it's just one big stair. It's like being in your grandma's house with those monster stairs when you're a kid. So they were just coming down the bottom, whipping a donut real quick and flying back up and launching through there. Clyde said, I'll fix that. And then he went and cut a second stairwell there, right where all the UTVs are jumping it. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Are they going to climb it? Are they going to try to side skirt it? What's, how creative? Because, again, you can get a little creative, so it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. So, again, all right, kick into our starting line here. That's our race line starting gate.
I'll give you guys our top 3 from round 1 in the Bounty class. Was Cooper Bentley, who was also our first driver, came right out the gate and set that bar super high. Second place was Nathaniel Bell, and then Josh Krapinski behind him. That was from round 1. Looks like Cooper's going to be starting us off again for round 2. See if he can hang on to that top spot once more. Would be pretty impressive if he could do it twice. I wouldn't put it past him, though. I think Cooper's racing in 4 classes this weekend. UTV Stock, UTV Cup, UTV Bounty, and Bouncer. So Cooper is a Renaissance man this weekend. All right, Cooper Bentley. Let's get round 2 started.
All right, y'all, shut up. Pay attention. Cooper Bentley.
We'll see what Cooper's going to do here. Launching it. Again, Cooper has done this course in his bouncer. He was the very first bouncer to hit it. So I think he's going to try to approach it the same way he did in the bouncer. Kind of hug that corner and see if he can flip it up. But that is so stinking tall for a side-by-side. Their wheelbase is just so short compared to how big those ledges are.
I don't think Cooper understands we want him to go up this hill.
Yeah, man, you need to work your way up to the right.
Oh, he's trying to hug it again. He's trying to kind of work it around there. Again, kind of climb the sidewall and let that front end sling around, and that way at least you have 3 tires hugging. Again, with the bouncers, we saw several bouncers do that. So if he can do that again, keep that momentum going into that, have 3 tires wrapping around, and hopefully get up there.
So as Matt was saying, you can see the fresh marks right below where Cooper is, where that that second step has been dug out since we did course 1. It is now no longer an option for the UTVs to jump this gap like they did for round 1. And Cooper is doing his best to find that line over there on the left side.
Oh, there he goes.
I think this is going to make it more of a true bounty-style race today.
Oh, yeah.
For our UTV class.
And again, that final climb, I'm excited to watch, but, man, it's going to be interesting to see, I think. See what's going to happen. Everybody's hopping to their feet to watch this. Here we go. Oh, no. Get back on your wheels. Dang it. Come on.
Wait.
Oh, so close.
No, just a slow slide to the bottom.
Oh, man. He was so, I thought for sure that would get back on its wheels. Dang it.
Oh,
Dang it.
man, and after having that top spot from Hill 1, that's especially heartbreaking for Cooper.
And again, gave us a thumbs up, so he's okay. I think they're just going to flip him back over right where he stands. All right, we got a replay. We're going to brought to you by Rock Racing TV. Again, came up, hit that ledge, and had a smooth landing going. It just tipped to that far right side, but was clear of the rock ledge. Again, slid down.
I think his back passenger tire caught just enough to send him to the left.
And then right here, starting right here, it just slowly slid down.
Just a sad slide.
At that point, you're just like along the ride, like, well, I guess we'll just hang out here. I guarantee
just wait for your buddies to come flip you back over.
Yeah, I guarantee you he thought it was going to probably land back on all 4 tires as well. So, again, you hate to see that for Cooper Bentley. Had a great first run in the side-by-side. Had a great first run in the bouncer. So, again, I think people kind of know what not to do now, but again, I don't know. You know, it's a lot of times takes out how you land. Got to flip back over. We'll see what's gonna see what he says. Wow. Yeah, you can see how massive that ledge is. It's literally about 8 feet tall. I mean, those flags are like 12 feet. So you can see how massive that ledge really is, and it's pretty much straight up and down.
And I believe they call this Bacon Hill.
Ooh, I like bacon.
I'm not sure which bacon it was.
Yeah.
To climb.
Little Tim?
Little Tim Bacon is the one who first climbed it.
Again, with Little Tim, we'll see his new chassis later this year.
I think we've got him tuning in on the live feed right now. Tim, how long ago was it that you climbed this hill?
All right, y'all pay him off. He's had a good day. Cooper Bentley. Ain't nobody else made it either. Don't feel bad.
It looks like he broke something in the front. I'm not sure if that's a limiting strap hanging down there or what. I think it is.
All right. Who's sitting on the line now?
Next.
right, Alston Tidwell on the line. Uh-oh.
See what he's going to do there.
Uh-oh.
You definitely don't want to be off in that hole.
A slippery start for Alston here.
Oh, so close.
There you go. That's working. Keep doing that, only harder. That's not harder.
Go, baby, go!
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Don't do it. Super grip power. Amy, seriously,
Come on.
Cooper for cleaning that off.
Zach, thanks for Cooper for cleaning that off for us. Yeah, I say our rain stopped, so hopefully our clouds are out of the way and we got a nice sunny day. Again, this is going to tack up. If we don't get any more rain, it's going to tack up nice, get lots of traction, and that giant puddle they just splashed through.
All right,
There we
let's see
go.
how Alston handles Bacon Hill.
Oh!
Back up. He's still good. He's still good. All right. Get him
Luckily, there's really good ruts there, or a little good groove, a really good warning groove,
Oh, let's go.
to where you can see where the other guys have gone.
You act like you're happy to be here.
He lost the rear tire, it looks like, maybe. I can't tell. Well, we gotta have to work for it now.
Come on, get up there. Oh!
Oh,
Yes!
nice.
Whoa. Would you look at it? Just look at it.
Oh.
All right, now you're just showing off.
All right, come on now, Alston. Bring it on home.
Ooh.
Does he have two flats? Both passenger side tires look to be flat. It's not stopping him, though.
Yeah.
They said he aired down those two tires.
All right, we got a finisher.
Yes, sir. He's pumped up down there. I know his heart's racing. That's a big hill.
152.023 for Alston Tidwell.
2-3, and the fastest time of the day on Hill 2. Good job.
That was close.
That's bumping Cooper down to second place, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cooper's holding second at the DNF right there.
Looks like we've got Derek Schaefer on the line. I think I see some blue panels. There's more mud than anything. More khaki-colored panels and tubes out here today. Tim Bacon said 2015, 2016 maybe. So, yeah,
Okay.
definitely been a little while.
Yeah, it's a hot minute.
Okay. Next victim is Derek Schaefer.
Come on. Let's go, Derek. One shot. Let's go. One shot.
All right, two shot. Three shot it. You got to three shot it.
The front, that front end is just pop.
Oh.
That front end is just popping up so much.
Zach is doing fantastic. He just learned the yellow tire.
The fifth shot's the charm.
Very good, Zach. Very good.
Lucky number 6 coming at you.
Ooh! So close.
7's a winner, baby. 7's going to be the number.
It really is. Again, it shows how steep that is. That, you know, that guy's literally almost vertical, straight up and down in the buggy trying to climb this thing. Oh!
So close.
The drone is just eating mud right now.
I heard some of y'all wasn't yelling.
So close.
Hit is going to be it.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
He's climbed it, but the problem is there's a tree in front of him, so he's going to have to, like, slide it over if he makes it that way. And again, it's just...
Oh, hang on. There it is.
Go, baby, go.
Oh, did he have to work for that? You know, that's a really good feeling.
It is.
Even if you haven't finished the course yet, just to
Yes.
have to work out a spot and finally get over it. All right, you're halfway done, Derek.
Come on, Derek.
Can he one-shot Bacon Hill?
Oh.
I think he let up just a little
All right,
too much.
yeah.
Turn
Well,
it back around. Come on back down.
Luckily, he landed kind of pointing downhill, so he could just kind of cut it and gas it.
I don't know how to tell this to you, but all that you have, you need all of it. Use every bit of it. Do not miss.
Stay in it. Oh, no.
See, right there when you lift it, that's where you messed up.
Uh-oh.
He's okay.
Reverse.
There you go. Come on back down.
Back up, Derek.
Okay, this time do it without lifting your foot.
Back to the tires. Touch the tires. Come on back. Keep going back. Keep going back.
Y'all make room for him in the crowd.
Got Wyatt Wilson out there on course, helping us out.
Stay in it, Derek. Oh, nope. That wasn't it.
Again, trying to get up that hill. I think that might have been just a feeling it out pass. Trying to get up there, make sure hitting that line.
This is one of those things where it's a whole lot easier
Oh,
said than done
Yes.
as well.
And again, it's going to take a long, full power run. I mean, just, obviously the side-by-sides have a way better power weight ratio than normal vehicles, normal off-road buggies. But, I mean, it's going to take everything he has to get up there.
I wish you guys could hear the crowd yelling for him out here.
Oh, so close. There we go, back on his wheels. Wow. That's so awesome. See it, Wyatt running over there he's probably asking, did I break anything? Is it still one piece?
How much time do I have?
You can see him pointing at something, so I think he was trying to see if it's together.
Womp womp.
Yeah, again, heck of a try.
Yeah, that was a good run from Derek.
Heck of a try.
Let's go to a quick replay presented by Rock Racing TV.
It's not what I want to see, but it's probably the smartest decision he can make at this point. So I have respect for him, but dadgummit, he was doing so good.
Getting a heck of a run there. You saw him luckily land back on his tires and was rolling back away and got to drive the buggy away from the hill.
Madison King. Here we go. Is she going to be able to show the boys the line?
Madison King.
Got worked out a little bit. She should
Come on, go, girl. No, you got to hit harder than that. Hit that thing like it owes you money, girl.
Madison coming into the weekend first in points so far for the season, and she finished third place at Hot Springs a couple weeks ago.
All right, we're not going to wait as long. Let's get loud for it. 1, 2, 3, come on.
Come on, Marco. Madison King.
Again, you can see that front end just bouncing so high in the air.
One more time. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Woo! Woo!
Oh, wow.
Y'all really do justice watching from here how big that is.
Hey, y'all want to run it? Just tell her Nathan could do it.
Just telling Nathan could do it. Madison's brother Nathan is also a seasoned driver with us as well. He's at his fraternity this weekend. Fraternity formal, having a good time.
Ooh, that was close. Come on, Madison.
I'm starting to think that maybe she doesn't want to make Cooper feel bad. so she's just kind of, playing around with it.
I'm not going to lie to you. Cooper's not even clapping because he don't want to get beat
Oh, so close.
down. Get loud. Chief Matt got this. Y'all ready? This is it.
Come on, girl.
2, 3, get loud.
Oh.
Oh, that sounded rough.
Yeah, that sounded costly.
The front may not be pulling. The front has
Oh, no. Front's
Dang
not
it.
pulling anymore.
That hill's way too big for a 2x4. You got to have a 4x4 if you're going to hit it.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Dang it.
Guess what? DC's awake. Hey, DC.
This is definitely not a two-wheel drive hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be the end of this run for Madison, unfortunately.
Oh,
She might not know that yet, though.
yes.
no quit that girl. Get loud for her.
Again, she's having a good time regardless.
Let's go.
Again, trying to get as many points as possible here. If there's any way she could climb it, she would love to.
I think she's ready to turn around. We'll give her a hand on
Dad
the
down there on the radio talking to her,
Good fight, girl.
saying, well, it was a good run.
All right, y'all pay her off, and looks like her relationship with Cooper's going to last one more race anyway.
All right, so far out of 4 drivers, Alston Tidwell is the only one to complete the course.
All right, when she gets down here, Aaron, she's going to need a hug. Y'all pay her off. Good job, Matt. Go.
All right. So we got sitting on the starting gate. I think they said it was Casey Howe, but I can't quite tell.
Yep, that's Casey.
They all look like just giant brown buggies at the end of the day. Oh, right there.
Casey making that super grip step look easy.
Super grip tires. Yeah, it seemed like they took it up pretty good.
Man. Whoa!
Oh.
Go, baby, go, baby, go!
Casey.
There we go. Wow. That is awesome.
Casey is on fire.
A lot of power. I like it.
.222 for Mr. Casey Howe.
81.222222.
And that is your new leader for round 2 of the UTV Bounty class. We've got 2 drivers left. Nathaniel Bell is on the line now.
Y'all watching. Got that real pretty buggy.
Nathaniel coming into the weekend second in points.
One shot it. No. 2 shot it.
Again, trying to be meticulous here with your lines definitely makes a big difference. Again, wheelbase can sometimes play a big factor in it too. Oh, there he's
man.
up.
Go ahead and
Unfortunately, he's in the
I don't
woods.
think you can go anywhere from there.
Again, if you can get right there and just work it around.
Hey, you can't park there.
Uh-oh.
You can't park right there.
He might be hung up. It looks like he's hung up because he can't go forward or backward at this point. And he's like straight up and down right there. Yeah.
Yeah, see, what happened was he's got less tires pulling than he needs, and he's hung in a tree.
All right, looks like his run is over. We're going to send some recovery out to give him a hand, get him off the hill. And then we've got Josh Krapinski, I believe, will be our last driver for the UTV Bounty class.
Keith Toolman to the rescue.
Oh, yeah, Nathaniel's hung up pretty good in that tree. Fastest time right now is Casey Howell with an 81, and then Austin Tidwell with a 152, and that's it for our UTV Bounty class to have finished the course so far. We'll see if Josh Krapinski can make a third for round 2. We're going to let them help Nathaniel Bell off the hill, and we will be right back after this.
All right, so this is our XT tire, and this is the 35, 10, 15. This is the biggest tire that we make for a UTV. And this is the road compound. We have 2 different compounds. As you can see, that it's kind of hard to squeeze these together. This is going to last you a lot longer if you're just doing trail riding, riding on asphalt to get to the trails. If you're trailering and you're only going to be on trails, then I would recommend our trail compound. And it's much softer. Grip and grab those rocks really well. That's what the majority of our drivers that we sponsor use the XT trail compound. But we also have our AMP tire. And this is a 6-ply tire. The XT is an 8-ply. It's got really tough sidewalls. And in fact, one of our drivers took first place in the Bounty Series last race in Hot Springs with this tire. So those are the 2 main tires that all racers use. And you can get any of these tires and the wheels that they're mounted on through Rock Life as well.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, we are back here for the fourth race of the National Rock Racing Association. We have one more driver of our UTV Bounty course here.
Josh Krupinski on the course.
I couldn't tell until I leaned over and saw the pink on the chassis there.
It's definitely a good clue.
Yes. Woo! Airing it out there. Going to see what he can do over here. We've seen a lot of guys head to that corner and try to work in that corner, and some have made it, some have not. So, again, I think that's going to kind of play pivotal.
Oh, it's so close. Nice.
Go, baby, go. You can see like a path. They've all slid to the other side and then came back. Oh, man.
All right, Josh was working hard on this thing last night to get it running for today.
Oh, go, baby. Out the top.
And it looks like it paid off.
That's what I'm talking about right there, boy.
One shot in the Bacon Hill. Cool, coming down a little slideways.
That's a 115.063 for Josh Krupinski. All right. We're going to cut to commercial real quick and come back with some big bouncer racing action, and Bree will have those times ready for you guys.
So we have three different beadlock wheels that most of our guys use. We have the teardrop, we have the twisted, and then we have the twisted black. So we have a machine version of the twisted, and we have the black. We have these in 14 and 15 inch, all 4 lug. But we'll be coming out with, in addition to some of the tires I was talking about earlier that we're coming out with, we're going to have a new line of wheels come out. Some of those will be 5 lug to keep up with some of the new manufacturing that's happening in the UTV world. But the beadlock wheels that we're selling right now, Rock Life and those guys carry these as well. So right now we're having some specials on them. So I'd recommend if you need a set of beadlocks, you're not going to find any cheaper than those.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What is up, everybody? This is Matthew Holt. I'm here for the 4th race of the National Rock Racing Association. Next to me is Bree Molitor. We're here at Rush Off-Road Park. This race is presented by Mickey Thompson Tires and brought to you by Super Grip. Again, that's a great crowd shot there. The overall, the spectators and side-by-sides, just a sea of them packed in everywhere. Again, there's a shot of the race course. Muddy, wet. We've had a sun. We've had kind of all weather today, and the crowd is still packed in. We appreciate all of them, and those are all the bouncers lined up. It's been an awesome course so far. Again, we appreciate all the drone work happening, and we love those guys for doing it for us. So we appreciate them and all they do.
That's right. Like Matt said, it's a little muddy and wet out here today, but you can see the awesome crowd of spectators that we have out here. It is a racing party this weekend at Rush Off-Road. I'm going to give you a quick top 5 rundown from course 1 for the RCV Axle Bouncer class, just so you guys can know kind of where we're sitting coming into round 2. Tim Cameron had the fastest time on round 1 with a 59, followed by Cooper Bentley with a 62, Clint Garrison with a 67, Clayton Smith with a 68, and Brandon Davis with a 69. That's your top 5
Again,
coming into round 2.
Just flying through there with those times. Again, absolutely just screaming. Again, Clyde edited the course a little bit, and then we have a much bigger, gnarly hill they're going to be hitting here on that second course. Again, we've seen some side-by-sides hit it. I think bouncers are going to have to, obviously much heavier, so they're going to have to put a lot more power into it. But they also have a bigger tire, so I think we're going to see some guys skim over it maybe a little bit easier if they can get there. So, again, that's the thing. When you're trying to throw that much weight up a hill, especially a steep hill, it leads to be kind of a problem. So,
well, we just saw our UTV Bounty class run that hill for their course, too. We only had 3 completed. Like Matt said, it's a little different when you got those big tires, big horsepower, but it's that much more weight going up the hill as well. So, going to be interested to see how things shake out. Like he said, we had some work going on in between course 1 and 2, changing things up on the hill. So, I guess it's anybody's game at this point.
It really is. Again, I think they're getting lined up. I hear somebody sounds like they're pulling the starting gate. We got our production trailer starts to shake, so as they're pulling up. Oh, right in the starting gate, Mr. Tim Cameron.
All right, let's go ahead and see.
Here we go. Start it off.
Timmy sets the bar.
Coming out ripping. Whoa.
Up and over that super grip step.
Wow. Can you? Ooh! He literally locked up his tires and just slid down that hill. Timmy coming around. Wow, just making it look easy.
Oh, look, he one-shot it. Shocker.
Again, coming down. Ooh!
He's in that SES final stretch now. We're about to find out just how high he's setting the bar here for round 2.
Wow.
61.390. And if that donut at the end is any indication, I must say Timmy's pretty happy with that run.
I think so.
Who could have saw that coming? Anyway, 61 is the time to beat. My money's on Kobe Wright.
You can see a lot of the drivers standing around there in our pit area, watching, anxiously waiting to see what happens. Probably kind of seeing what the line is, too. Nick Reich is out on the course now. We're going to see what he can do with Fordzilla.
Then using that big Ford big block there.
Nick comes all the way from Wisconsin to race with us in the NRRA.
I used to get to wind him up my drive because I was like the most northern guy, and Nick's like another 6 hours past me.
It's definitely some commitment to the sport for sure.
You drive all the way from Wisconsin to get second. Let's go.
Wow. Again, that first 20 feet is so steep. They just
rocking down the CA Tech cliff.
You can see them hit the brakes. They just literally just glide down the rest of it. Again, so smooth.
He actually made that look easier than Tim. But can he drift it?
Come on, Nick, over that race line ramp.
Woo.
Heading into the finish.
6-1, time to beat. Let's see where he shakes out.
69.669 for Mr. Nick Reich.
Not bad. And Nick was also our Skinny Pedal Award winner from our last race at Hot Springs. So no matter how today shakes out for him, he's at least going to be taking home one of those cool trophies from Jonathan Shepard at Skinny Pedal Fab.
We'll take it.
Looks like Mark Carpenter on the line now.
There's more Mark Carpenter.
Oh, bouncing through there. Those CA Tech steps are definitely getting a beating today. And since CA Tech makes suspensions, that's very fitting that those guys are definitely using all of that suspension today.
Come on, Mark. He's getting it done out here. You're not there yet, though.
If little Tim Bacon would have come out here to race Bacon Hill, that would have been very
wow.
appropriate. I know. We've all traveling balls ruining American flights. That's a
115.681 for Mark Carpenter.
What's up, Christy Wills, Trey Moore? What's up, Cliff? Thank you, buddy. Ryan Boyd watching with us.
And Jack Attack Porter is on the starting line in the Venom buggy. We're getting a flag straightened back up real quick, and then we will get on with the racing.
Yeah, he did kind of wipe that one out just a little bit. But that is a pretty narrow, when you land up there, it's pretty narrow where those flags are at.
If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. This is the Mickey Thompson NRRA race number 4. We are at Rush, Kentucky this weekend, and this race is presented by Super Grip. Definitely needing plenty of that out here today in this sloppy mud. Big thank you and shout out to them and to all of our sponsors. As always, it takes a village to put on events like this, and we appreciate every bit of help that we get from our sponsors, our volunteers, our media supporters, everybody out here. You see a lot of orange and yellow high-vis vests there on the screen. Those are our recovery volunteers, our pit workers, our media supporters. Takes a lot going on behind the scenes to put on a race like this.
It really does take a village. You can see Mr. Jack Porter, Jack Attack, sitting down there in the starting gate.
I'm sure Jack is just happy that he's not getting poured on.
Yeah, it went from a sprinkle to a full rain when Jack pulled in the starting gate earlier. And then when Jay pulled in, it went from like rain to just buckets. Yep. Again, Jack does a ton of racing with us. He also helps behind the scenes, does a lot helping get our merch trailer set up. So we appreciate Jack and all he does for us. Kind of coming over to that corner there, getting it set up. Again, just you can see him lock up those Mickey Thompson tires and just slide all the way down the hill. And then that last one, that last cutout is so full of mud. Oh,
that was close.
Hit the tire, slung it out of the way, and then skimmed right past that SCS banner. Come on, come on. Yes!
Nice. Oh, no. Come on, Jack.
Oh, no. Dude, he was so close. He had it.
Let's go, Venom. Come on, this buggy needs all the help we can get. Come on. Let's go, Venom. I promise you, Jack Woolen. There's the drop. He's got it this time. He's got it.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, come on, Jack.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, buddy.
Okay, I was just playing. This time, though,
Wyatt Wilson's running down to help back him all the way up. Wyatt is
telling that crowd to get excited out
is
here.
So
get loud.
pumped. Come on, Jack. Let's go, baby.
He's got it now.
There we go.
There it
Out
is.
the top. Woo! Yes, that's awesome.
Coming in a little sideways to the race line ramp there, but that's all right. And he's through the finish.
Yes, awesome.
That's a 160.276.
Awesome. So happy for Jack.
Jack Porter. Jay Stort's on the line now. Man, Jay had a tough first run. We mentioned, if you weren't watching earlier, it started pouring rain right around when we had Jay and Jack and Dan Bowman and a handful of those guys running their course earlier. And Jay got hung up on a tree. And
Jack is so stoked.
And had to get recovered off the hill. So, you know, he does not want that to happen again this time. He wants to be rolling through that finish line.
All right, we're going to take a 20-second break here while we get this tire reset. They're going to take a skids here and get that tire moved. He came down and, again, literally was sliding sideways down that hill coming around there and just barely clipped that tire. It's a great time. Again, you can kind of see Jack right there behind us trying to get back and ready. Mud on his face. Again, super awesome to see Jack. Jack Porter does a great job. Has a great Wyatt's coming up to congratulate
There's
him.
Wyatt coming over to check things out. You know, if you've been watching for any length of time, then you would have seen Wyatt in the UTV class racing with us, and even in a bouncer a couple of times. And it's so fun to see our drivers that, even if they're not currently racing still, come out and watch and support, have fun, get the crowd excited, you know, be here to support their buddies. And we have a lot of drivers that do that. So
Again,
that's one of the things that I love about the sport and the camaraderie.
You can see his face as he's climbing out, just how muddy he actually is. His wife's there like, it's okay, I got you. It's just so much mud there. Again, definitely an awesome. It kind of shows how much mud is actually out here. Again, hopefully the rest of the rain will hold off this afternoon, but it's going to be a very muddy day regardless. We got Jay Storts and Ford to play sitting in that starting gate. What's up, Tim Bacon? Mr. Robert Trainer tuning in. What's up, guys? We're hitting the old Bacon Hill. So it's only fitting that we have a Bacon in here watching. Jay Stort's out in that Ford buggy. One of our 2 Ford buggies running this weekend.
3, actually.
3, yeah. There we go. Man, that was quick.
Yeah.
I think he's had the smoothest transition other than
Walking
Timmy out there.
on up.
Dude, that is so violent coming down those stairs. Again, just hosing that SCS flag down.
Ooh.
3-wheel drive, I heard. They said one of his front wheels, I think, aren't spinning. Plus, the motor did not sound 100% right there. Wyatt Wilson
He's still
saying
going for it. That's not going to stop Jay.
That front right.
Yep.
Come on, come on.
Oh, he's got it. He needs some redemption after course 1.
Yes. Again, it's all downhill from here. That is so awesome.
Well done, sir.
Wow. .648 for Mr. Jay Storts on course number 2.
All right, fastest time is still Tim Cameron with a 61, followed not too far behind by Nick Reich with a 69, and then Mark Carpenter with with Jay Stortz with a 104. Looks like Dan Bowman on the line.
Again, he is going to come out and tear it up, I think. Get that TC-built chassis. Part of that Reclaim Racing team. Chad got a rag and wiped his face off. He's like, I feel so clean. Again, you can see him using that rear steer, trying to work that corner around a little bit. Oh, so
man,
close.
Right on the edge.
You got a big old nasty buggy. Just hit that thing and go.
Flag down. I don't think Dan cares much as long as he can finish this course, though.
Again, you can't really stop coming down those stairs. Like it's kind of a skilled descent, really. Come on, Dan. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Got it.
There you go. Have a little faith in that buggy, man. Line up with it. Hit it. You got it. Go.
That's a 117.803 with that 30-second flag penalty for Dan Bowman.
Daniel Bowman. It's a good time without a 30-second penalty.
I think we've got Connor Flynn on the line now. Connor said he raced with us one time last year.
Okay.
He's from Somerset, Kentucky, so he raced with us a Wildcat, and he races in the Outlaw Series.
Okay. Zach.
We
Bless
are
his
putting
heart.
that flag back up, guys, and then we'll be rocking and rolling.
I got a song for you, Knox.
I like our drone pilot. He's got teal propellers on his drone. It's pretty slick.
I got you, girl. Hang on.
What's also pretty slick is how he's been able to fly out here,
Oh,
even
yeah.
in the rain today,
Yeah,
bringing those drone shots to us. We're pretty spoiled having it now.
we really are.
Back in the day, before we ever had drone footage,
Yeah.
we just had some blind spots
Yep.
on the course that, no matter how many cameras you have out here,
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do. But now that we've got the drone, makes such a difference when we are doing the live feed. And I'm sure you guys at home watch and appreciate as well.
We also had a few spots where we had to stick cameramen that were like in the middle of nowhere. Like, hey, just watch this camera today. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good time. Now the drone, obviously, and it makes everything look so easy. I always say I hate our drone guys because they make everything look so easy. They'll be flying behind you. They'll fly past you and come in front of you and like be backing up as you're going up the hill. You're like, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
While they get that flag set back up on the hill, we have a little interview that we did with Dan Carter yesterday. He was our featured driver for Friday and was debuting a brand new Razor buggy. So we've got a little video to show you guys and let you see a little more about Dan Carter.
I'm Dan Carter, and this is our newly released L&W Fab built buggy, prepped and assembled by Rock Life Off-Road. Brand spanking new car released today. We've got it out here at Rush Off-Road Park, and we're going to see what this thing will do this weekend. So what makes this car so special is that this is built to showcase L&W Fab's new lower kit. They decided to build the chassis in full, and it's built with all of their suspension and components put together by Rock Life Off-Road. They were in charge of doing the wrap and the mock-up of the buggy, sporting some brand new Super Grip wheels and tires, Super ATV Easy Steer kit, Keller ball joints, L&W suspension, RS1 front diff, PDI drive shaft. It's the best of the best. So I would see that this car will be a top contender and be fairly competitive this weekend. There's a lot of companies that have stood behind us and helped build this car, especially Rock Life Off-Road, L&W Fab, and Team Super Grip. Appreciate all you guys. Stay tuned.
All right, we are back here. Again, this is the fourth race of the National Rock Racing Association. We're about 6 bouncers in to the second course of the day. We were just waiting until our course all reset up.
Connor Flynn out there now.
I really like this buggy. Rear mount engine, very, very cool. Love watching it. Can see if that's going to help him here. Oh, and it looks like it does.
So far, so good.
Get him and Timmy both make quick work of that. Both those guys are rear mount engines, so may have helped out quite a bit.
Uh-oh. Seems like he might need some rear steer, though.
Yeah. Again, it's very slick up there today. Here we go. Ooh.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake, yes, indeed. I made quick work of that and really didn't roar up to it near as fast as I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I'd say that was definitely a moderate sin.
It really was. It felt like it. I expected to come up and just be, screaming up into it, and it really wasn't that bad. Again, kind of checking up a little bit for those tires.
.568 for Connor Flynn. That is a third-place time currently. Tim Cameron still in the lead with a 61.3, followed by Nick Reich with a 69, and now Connor Flynn with a 78. We've got Chris Grigg backing into the starting gate there. I think the mud's starting to weigh down on the race line.
It is.
Starting gate again. Starting to look a little saggy.
A little saggy there.
Next up.
Getting over to that corner there.
Hey, Dax, stay stretched out.
Knox has had to reset that Spider off-road flag, so Zach was telling him to stay stretched out. He might be resetting it again pretty quick. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh! And it worked!
Wow.
Barely.
Perfect timing for that.
I don't know if he intended that or not.
I don't think so, but it worked out flawless for Mr. Chris Grigg. Now a little back up, slide into that SCS flag there.
And squared up for Bacon Hill.
Go, baby, go.
Oh, and he's got it.
I'll tell you what, that buggy's got some horse pressures. You can actually feel it. He's swinging them tires, wheel speed, not a problem.
Buggy, the classic wide open design.
Whoa!
Oh, man. Takes a beating and keeps on going.
Chris ain't happy unless he breaks something.
84.179 for Chris Grigg.
84.179. He does not like to take a working buggy home.
I don't see.
Waiting to see if Chris can get his buggy fired back up and get back into the pits.
Okay. Looks like he's backing up now. I don't know if he knocked it out of gear or
he
what the deal
stalled
was.
out
Yeah.
a little too close to the finish line still, so we'll let him get clear of the course. Brandon Davis on the line. Brandon Davis took home third place at our Hot Springs race a few weeks ago in the bouncer class.
Brandon Davis.
Menace is the only IFS buggy out here, and you can see how it's eating up those steps on the CA Tech cliff. We'll see how it handles Bacon Hill.
No problem. Again, that IFS just soaks it up.
That IFS hits the ground up there. That's a done climb hill right there.
That motor is definitely running strong now. That's a 6.8.157 for Mr. Brandon Davis.
That is a second place time right now. Still Tim Cameron in the lead with a 61, but then Brandon Davis with a 68, edging out Nick Reich with a 69.
Again, that looked like he was fast. Again, that being that IFS buggy was able to soak up some of those ledges and really get out. You know, the buggy also sits very low to the ground too. So you notice when he was coming down the hill, much like Timmy, he was really hugging that hill, almost putting it on two wheels coming around those corners. But you can shave a lot of time that way.
All right, Daniel Heckley on the line now. Daniel had a rough go on round one. He lost the steering. Buggy cut off a couple times on him. Uh-oh. Daniel coming into the weekend second in points for the season so far, and he also took home second place at Hot Springs last weekend, or a couple weekends ago, excuse me.
He should go fast for losing the weight of that $500.
Oh, did he? Okay. I thought he lost the steering again.
I think maybe he thought he lost steering at first there. Again, the steering wheel gets so stinking slick you can't grab a hold of it. He is flying down that hill. Again, trying to hug that hill. Woo!
Getting rowdy out here.
Yeah.
$77.168.
77.168, not a 61.
See if we got over the starting gate. Looks like you're getting some flags set back up on the course. Give us 1 second here. Knox is almost done. I don't think that one was knocked over. I think it literally just fell over. Like, I think the wind literally just fell over on that one.
Give it away now.
We got flags dropping left and right today. This mud's taking them down.
Shout out to all our course workers keeping us great today. Getting pulled back off. Looks like we're getting ready to get up a set. Got Johnny Gibbs and that Jake Pike built chassis sitting in there on the starting gate.
This is your friendly reminder, if you're watching us on YouTube, join us on the Rock Racing TV channel. If you're on Facebook, which we recommend. Oh, and there goes another flag. If you want us to be able to see your comments and answer your questions, join us on the Rock Racing TV Facebook page.
Yeah, right there. That's where you come down. Oh no, this is gonna be over. Okay, good.
Again, this is his second. Uh-oh.
He just missed the
He did.
whole flag.
He went on the outside
How
of it.
did that happen?
But you know what? I think he's having a good time regardless. Oh, man.
I wouldn't have even thought he could have fit between there.
Yeah.
All right, we got Wyatt running out again. Wyatt's getting his steps in
He
today.
he definitely is. I think he's going to help him, back him up, tell him to go back around the flag.
So in order to finish the course correctly, he needed to go above this SCS flag that he went around.
Yes.
And so everyone's waving him down. They want him to be able to get a finish and not get DQ'd.
There he
so
goes.
they're telling him to come back where he was and finish the course on the right side of the flag. But it does look like he might have broke his front end now.
Dang it.
But
I would say he broke it up there, and we just now noticed it down here.
That's what everyone was running out there to tell him, though, because that's how it works out here. Everybody wants to beat each other fair and square. They want everyone to be able to finish the course. Oh, yeah, his tie rod's gone. So they didn't want him just to get DQ'd on the basis of going on the wrong side of that flag. Those front tires are looking a little cross-eyed right now. All right, guys, we are halfway through round 2 for the RCB Axle Bouncer Cup.
And that means I have to go get ready now. I will see you shortly.
All right, Matt, have fun. Good luck. Drive fast.
That's a Jake Pike buggy for you.
Is this Cooper Bentley I spy on the starting line? Everybody's getting so muddy. Hard to tell them all apart. But we're having a great weekend out here at Rush Off-Road for the NRRA race number 4, presented by Mickey Thompson. This weekend brought to us by Super Grip Tires. Got to give a shout out to Knox. He is working hard to keep all these flags up. He's pretty much been having to go back up and put one up between almost every driver for round 2 right now. He's definitely working hard out there.
All right, y'all ready for Cooper Bentley? Woo, yes.
I see Nick says he's got the whole family watching from Florida today. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live. Hope you're enjoying all this racing action. Here we go, Cooper Bentley. Cooper already attempted this course one time in the UTV Bounty class. Had a little trouble on Bacon Hill, a little rollover. I have complete confidence in what he can do in this bouncer, though. Cooper is 3rd in points coming into this weekend in the bouncer class. And he had a 2nd place time on round 1.
Cakewalk, baby, cakewalk. Beautiful. I tell you what, that was pretty. He soaked that up nice.
Cooper's making some quick work of this course. Setting himself up for a very successful weekend.
That is a strong run. It is not no 61, but it's a strong run.
He's not going to be able to displace Timmy with that run, but it was still a really good, smooth run. 72.215.
72.215. Having a 2-shot that first.
Looks like about a 4th place time currently.
That's a good job.
Top 3 right now are Tim Cameron, Brandon Davis, and Nick Reich. And Colby Reich
The man that can upset everything
is on the line.
Colby Reich. Well, there goes that.
Uh-oh. You guys have to understand, too, how hard it is to see once the mud starts slinging out here, which is pretty much the second that they leave the line. I heard Colby talking about that earlier and how he just immediately, you know, could barely see, misjudged his approach on the hill on round 1. And it's definitely a lot easier when you're watching from a nice dry spot or, you know, watching on the live feed, of course. A little different when you're in the driver's seat. The steering wheel is slick. There's mud covering your visor or in your eyes. And you're just fighting to keep this bouncer on course and on the line that you're trying to pick for it. Come on, Colby. Colby Reich was our Rookie of the Year last season. He's no rookie anymore, though. Getting in that seat time. All right, let's see him get squared up for Bacon Hill.
You can't park there.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
1
It'd be super if that thing would crank back up.
Well, that is definitely not an ideal spot for the buggy to cut off. There we go.
Yay! That's what I'm talking about right there.
And that's a 166.568 for Colby Reich in the 8-up buggy. I know he's just glad to get through that finish line twice today. Not an easy feat when everyone is battling the elements today. Our starting gate is looking a little defeated again. All right, guys. Well, you can see our starting gate needs a little help right now. While they take care of that, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with all the bouncer racing action.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Y'all can't see us, but we have seriously upgraded. All right, we got Clint Garrison on the line, and in case y'all don't know, we have seriously upgraded your online experience. We just traded out me, myself, Zach Garner, and Nick Reich, all the way from Wisconsin, the Fordzilla captain, and we're here to give our commentary on these awesome runs.
Clint's been doing good all season. He's really been holding strong in the points.
He's been consistently good. He laid up and run safe at Windrock, but other than that, he's had strong finishes.
I do know he made a point to tell to focus on straight up doing good with these points.
Have you noticed these reject fab buggies have really been soaking that landing up and been able to pull off from it, every one of them 100%. That is really says a lot for the way they're set up and the way they're grabbing the ground. A lot of it has to do with weight distribution.
Yeah, even Jay Storts, he was able to make that with 3-wheel drive, land, and pull out of it.
Yep. Well, you have the advantage with your buggy being a chrome molly buggy. That's a 66.261.
66.261. 66.261.
Sorry, y'all hang on a second. I'm going to have to announce to the crowd.
Also, appreciate all you fans out there. If you don't want to miss any good racing, right now is a great time to go get something from the
We got Matt
concession
Holt on the
stand.
line.
Matt Holt
High
is
Society.
on the line.
I'm going to switch back with Bree so I can talk to the crowd about Matt's awesome, huge failure. Hang on a minute.
Took out the super grip flag again.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's an interesting route. He was planning to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm sure. Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know what goes on in his head, Nick. There's no telling.
Yeah.
All right, fill me in. What did I miss while I stepped out for a minute? Who just went? Was that Clint Garrison?
Yeah, Clint went. Clint had his real smooth run. He went the whole. I mean, he completed the whole course. It wasn't anything out of control. He was real smooth and.
Sounds about right for
good.
Clint. That's
Yeah.
what I always say about him. He's smooth and consistent. I heard a 66 something for his time.
Yep.
I'll get that full time and get that written down. Savannah, I'm not positive where that puts him since I didn't hear the whole time. Matt is hung up on a tree at the top.
The hill is so slick. If you see where everybody's running, it's blowing all the mud off the top. But when you get off to the side, it's almost like you're on glare ice. There's so much. I mean, it's a foot deep, but just slime. And then, of course, the tire that has the traction, it turns you right into the woods or off the track.
Spinning you around.
Oh, sorry. Somebody said something funny over here. How's that? All right, Matt.
There's another tree.
Oh, my goodness. He's coming down this thing like a bridge in Baltimore.
Well, Nick, while I've got you up here, you're going to be taking this guy home with you.
Oh, what?
Did you know that yet?
Yeah. Somebody came up and said, "Did you hear?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Yeah, you were nominated."
You're going to be you were nominated and you won, so you're going to be taking home the Skinny Pedal Award for our race at Hot Springs. We'll give that to you when we do podiums later.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
Zach left his radio up here.
At least a rock bike trailer.
All right, Matt, you're going to have to give it everything you've got for Bacon Hill.
Go. Don't lift. Don't lift. He didn't lift. He lifted.
Zach, there's a fence over here where he can touch the rock.
That's a big hill. You don't realize how much momentum and how much power that takes when you get up there.
Man, we try and tell people all the time that are watching on the live feed that maybe have never been to a race in person, like the hills are always steeper and the ledges are always taller in person than they look on camera.
Yep. Yeah, I brought my 3 nephews here and we took them out on the track and they walked it and they were blown away. They couldn't believe that anybody was even going to complete the course.
Yeah, exactly. Taylor, can you ask for that time for Clint Garrison for me when you get a chance? Get that written down.
Who's top 5 right now?
Let me get Clint's time, and then I'll be able to tell everybody.
Okay.
Andy Stereo. Perfect.
All right, Clint was a 66.261. So let's see. That is that's a second place time right now. So we've got Timmy in the lead right now with a 61, and it looks like he's followed then by Clint Garrison with a 66, Brandon Davis with a 68, and Nick Reich with a 69.
Woohoo!
James Cantrell tuning in on here. Confirming that yes, that hill is huge. It's a long roll to the bottom. So there you go. You can believe him if not us.
It's his birthday, guys.
I think Port Knox is about tired of putting that flag back up on the hill. I don't even know how many times that makes it now. Bless his heart.
You guys must have a heck of a stockpile of those flags.
Which we're running through them today more than usual, aren't we?
How you doing, Matt?
All right, Clayton Smith on the course. Thanks, Nick. Clayton whipping around that Gold Rush reclaim.
Whew. It's definitely just as muddy out there.
I don't doubt you for a minute, Matt.
You would think it's drying out a little bit. It is not. And I can see why guys are sliding to that tire because it's pretty slimy right there.
Clayton's ripping around this course on the Mickey Thompson Mountain. Coming in hot for that race line ramp. Can't even read the side panels on that thing anymore.
He hit those tires so hard he almost rolled one of them forward. 78.645 for Mr. Clayton Smith. Looks like I've got one more driver, two more drivers. I see a few of them still out there.
I think we should have Richard Hodges, Trent Ratcliffe, and Ben Driscoll still, it looks like. And we've got Richard Hodges on the line right now.
Let's go.
That second lip right there, I think, is getting a little more slimy as well. And you'd think it'd be smoothing out, but I think it's just being so many guys are casing on it. I think it's kind of becoming a little rougher.
Richard Hodges with a nice smooth climb right there on our super grip step.
Easy now.
Yeah. That first bounce, it like just, throttles up the front end so hard. I almost wanted to pull a Chris Grigg, but I wasn't sure if it'd make it. Just hop through him there. Come on!
Oh, no!
I think his rear end stopped pulling. He must have, whatever he broke, I think on the first run, I think must be plaguing him. I don't know if it's a drive shaft or what.
Oh, man.
Dang it. I love the drone footage there.
With two DNFs, that's a tough day of racing for Richard Hodges, but glad to have him out here. I know he gave it everything he could.
All right, who's next? And remember, you don't want mechanical problems, so don't be a Richard.
Looks like Ben Driscoll in Misfit pulling up to the line.
Ben Driscoll.
And Wade Good is here this weekend, hanging out, helping out, being with his race family.
These Reject Fab buggies have been soaking up that landing and just walking off every time, 100%. Even Jay in three-wheel drive. That's impressive.
Go, baby, go.
Nice.
I talked to Ben a little bit after his first run, and he said I just came in a little bit too hot, but I said on the first run, because of the rain, you almost had to come in a little too hot just because it was so slick. He said, yeah, I got just a little bit of a bad bounce. And then again, coming down when you're landing, there's so much going on so fast, plus the rain and the mud flying. It's,
Right. He did have an unfortunate rollover on course 1, but we know what Misfit is capable of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Wade put this buggy to the extreme test in his time of racing it, so Ben's definitely got something good to work with here.
$86.040 for Mr. Ben Driscoll.
Looked like he was feeling pretty good down there. Making it through the finish line finally.
All right. This is our last bouncer of the day here for our 4th race of the National Rock Racing Association. Presented by Mickey Thompson. And this is Super Grips race that they brought to you guys. We're thankful for them.
All right, that's Trent Ratcliffe backing up to our line there in Modern Barney. Not what we're used to seeing Trent racing in.
That's Justin Will's other buggy. They literally just got the motor put back in there, he said, like Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
So.
What better way to break it in
Yes.
than bringing it on out here to Rush?
Yet idle, that does not quite seem like it should be. I'm not sure if they're. Again, they tuned the engine, this new engine. They got it dialed in, but apparently at idle, it's not.
It's definitely not sounding quite healthy.
I've seen this show before.
I promise. Go, baby, go! Oh, no! Our drone just took mud right to the front of it.
Oh, drone down.
Well, the good news is this is our last run of the day, so there won't be anybody coming up there. So
We'll just be droneless.
Yeah, we'll be droneless. That sounds like well, we're just droneless for this weekend. That buggy at high RPM is just screaming. Again, it sounds like they said they was having some issues at idle. Go, baby, go! Whoa, perfect landing. Yeah. This buggy is for sale, so
Trent!
I have a feeling we may be seeing a purchase deal very soon on this. All right, slow down. He was very excited. He was coming a little hot and steamy there.
107.626 for Trent Ratcliffe. All right, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial. I'm going to get our top 5 figured up here, and we'll be right back with that.
All right, so this is our XT tire, and this is the 35, 10, 15. It's the biggest tire that we make for a UTV. And this is the road compound. We have 2 different compounds. As you can see, it's kind of hard to squeeze these together. This is going to last you a lot longer if you're just doing trail riding on asphalt to get to the trails. If you're trailering and you're only going to be on trails, then I would recommend our trail compound. And it's much softer. We grip and grab those rocks really well. That's what the majority of our drivers that we sponsor use the XC trail compound. But we also have our AMP tire. And this is a 6-ply tire. The XC is an 8-ply. It's got really tough sidewalls. And in fact, one of our drivers took first place in the Bounty Series last race in Hot Springs with this tire. So those are the two main tires that all racers use. And you can get any of these tires and the wheels that they're mounted on through Rock Life as well.
All right, guys, let me give you that top 5 from round 2 for the RCV Axle Bouncer Cup. And it was Tim Cameron again with that fastest time of a 61, followed by Clint Garrison with a 66, Brandon Davis with a 68, Nick Reich with a 69, and Cooper Bentley rounding us out with a 72.
Wow.
So that does complete our day of racing here at Rush. Thank you guys for joining us on Hillside Live. And Matt, tell them where they can find us next.
Again, we have a race coming up here very soon. Appreciate our guest commentators today. We have a race coming up here in about a month. May 31st, June 1st, we'll be at Hawk Pride. Again, we love that. Hawk Pride's always a great time. We have a lot of fun there, so don't want to miss that race. Again, that'll be about a month away.
Yeah, if you guys can't tell, we have a lot of fun out here.
Yes, we do.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in a few weeks.
We'll see you guys.